So what we're talking about here is how negative emotional conditioning drives low self-esteem. And most importantly, how this is so very damaging to your trading hopes and dreams. And of course, how knowing this makes treatment and improvement quicker, safer, and more effective. So although self-esteem often manifests as words and behaviours, the real cause runs much deeper and will blow up your best laid trading plans. Now, I used to feel quite frustrated with low self-esteem clients who were wishing to learn and conquer trading. I would try to encourage them. I'd attempt to convince them that they were as good as everyone else, that they were lovable, that they were clever, attractive, and worthy of success and respect. And you know what? They would often agree with me. They knew on one level they weren't worse than everyone else, or uglier, or stupider, or less lovable, but they would still feel as if they were. Now, clearly the misery of low self-esteem wasn't driven by thoughts, but something deeper, something stronger. So let's have a look at what that something is. It is low self-esteem, not merely being thinking, but feeling. Not merely thinking, but feeling with every fibre of your being that you are stupid, ugly, inferior, damaged goods. Now this drains potential and can turn life into a dim, dismal, distorted echo of what it could be. And this can often be lurking below the surface, like an omnipotent puppet master pulling the strings, the emotional strings with your trading. So no matter how positively you try to think, how many affirmations you repeat to yourself, deep down you know you're wrong because your feelings tell you so. So what can we do about that? Well, we need to start with working with the deeper part of the mind. Now, it used to be thought, and sometimes still is, that to change unhappiness, fear, or self-loathing, it was enough to change thoughts. But the problem with this approach is that strong emotion tends to produce thoughts rather than be caused by them. And this generates two powerful directional thinking outcomes. Number one, we feel a certain way, then we create a rational explanation for why we feel that way. And number two, our emotional conditioning works on us even from a very long time ago. It has become fused to your sense of identity, your truth, and you believe they are a single phenomena, indivisible from each other. And this is very destructive to your trading potential. Now, emotional conditioning, it's not just a preserve of extremist cults, okay? We all know that emotional conditioning can be used for extreme purposes, like cult formation or radicalization of other kinds, or making dogs perform tricks if that's your thing, but the same process, more subtly, drives true low self-esteem. Beliefs act, sometimes unconsciously, as assumptions about how the world works. Now you mix strong emotion with an idea and the resultant product is a belief. So idea plus emotion equals belief. Now this is because under pressure, especially in trading, emotion is always going to outpower logic. It has to, because emotion fundamentally has to do with survival. And as we know, this has become coded into our human genome, as much a part of our standard operating process as our lungs breathing in oxygen-rich air and our heart pumping oxygen-rich blood around our body. Now this is common to all animals, but without the cognitive aspect. Now for example, a cat can be treated badly and be conditioned to fear its owner, or even all people. But unlike humans, it won't then generate beliefs from that conditioning. The cat won't reflect and then produce the emotionally skewed belief that it's unlovable or that it's worse than all other cats. It doesn't have that level of brain function. But people create rationalizations for their emotional conditioning all the time. So simply trying to work on beliefs without working on emotional conditioning can be likened to rearranging the furniture on a ship that's holed beneath the waterline. Now, my trading clients can cognitively agree with me that they're not the worst person in the world, while still feeling that they absolutely are. And their agreement will make no difference at all to that feeling. So when treating low self-esteem, we need to go deeper to the emotional conditioning that is driving the feelings of worthlessness, shame, not mattering, and self-loathing. And there's also another vital part of belief we need to understand. It's not just what people say, it's what they do under pressure that reveals the truth of their underlying limiting beliefs. It's all too easy to assume a person's belief is simply what they say they believe. But we reveal our true beliefs through our actions. Now, this is why trading is often described as not just the most beautiful thing that you'll ever do, but also the hardest thing you'll ever do, because it reveals your true beliefs, which are reflected in the balance of your trading account, the ultimate truth meter. If someone tells you they believe in something like charity, for example, but then behave in an opposite way, their true belief is revealed in their behaviour, because anyone can say anything for any reason they want, even if they're not aware of those reasons.